So we're up. Me, Bridget and Callum are going to Wilton and North Island, so we've got a ferry crossing. But we've got to drive to Picton, then the ferry. That's why it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's pitch black because the sun hasn't even come up yet. That's why. Callum's driving. Speed demon. Look at that, I mean, Jesus. Morning has broken, but the moon's still up. Looking like DreamWorks. Got the boy fishing off there. You know. I was just about to comment on how zoomed in I was there and keeping it very steady until Callum hit a speed bump.
I bet you the boy with his fishing rod's still asleep.
No, he fell off after that rupture. We've made it. We've 10 minutes to go. Callum's just gone to find out what's happening with the parking. Oh, there he is. He's coming back. Waiting. We're waiting. We're on a boat. So, what film are we going to review on a boat? Obviously Speed 2. Have you seen Speed 2? No, well that's...
Have you seen Speed 1?
Have you seen Speed 1? I think so. Oh my... Have you seen Speed 1?
Yeah.
Have you seen Speed 2?
No. I've just been in the review for it as well.
I know.
That's why I just kept smiling at the camera.
The only good thing about that is
it.
Jason Patrick taking a picture of my arm. That's because he didn't want to ask me about Speed 2.
Is Jason Patrick in Speed 2 a lot?
Replace Keanu Reeves.
Oh. I might have to watch it now. Is Sandra Bullock in it?
Yeah.
Definitely going to watch it now.
You going to watch them?
Yep, sure.
We're almost there. Callum's read like 3/4 of a book.
Yep.
I haven't read that much in about 3 years.
Amazing. Absolutely brilliant.
Now who's got the big head?
Shut up, you got the big head, look.
Yeah, just the best ever. Best.
We've made it, but we might have a bit of a walk. Eh? You hitting us? So, the sky's quite blue up here, and it's not, it's a big post. The sky's very cloudy. We're waiting on a little red Corvette, kind of. It's a real life Simpson. Just us to get ran over. We're going to get ran over here. There he is there with the blonde hair. Hey bro, you alright? Oh yeah, good. This is Brittany. Lovely to meet you. Dun dun dun! 1986. It's me and Sam. So there's Sam, rocking the biggest, blondest, bleached hair I think I've ever seen. And I'm gonna quickly fill this episode up a bit. So a couple of years ago, Sam came over, and Sam's been here maybe 3 times, maybe 4. Callum's been here as well over the years when they're about this big, literally that big and probably this big. No, even the hoof. That picture of the penguin, that does not make any sense yet, but it will by the end of this episode.
What are you getting from Grandma?
So yeah, over the years Sam's been over here and there's been bits and bobs, a little footage. There's even footage in this very house of the guys crawling around this very floor. Are you a monkey? Are you a monkey? Are you a monkey? It's a rabbit! It's a little monkey. Now, as I think to myself, maybe I should have set the other camera angle up. There isn't one. I'm just absolutely winging it, as again, I'm just filling this out with some old school footage. Sam was here about 4 years ago, maybe it's 5 coming on now. And I was over the moon when Sam came over. He did a whole travel of Europe. It was very brilliant to see him, you know, he had some great stories in travelling and stuff like that. He even met up my friend, an old housemate, Gally, in Edinburgh.
That's the thing.
I see a tape, but we're not on the 90s, it's a memory card.
This is Glasgow.
It's Edinburgh.
It's fucking Edinburgh, that's right. That's Gally. This is Sam.
We even went to the Gill Bridge.
Well, this is going to be a fucking hike. That, Sam, is the Gill Bridge. It's aesthetically like... My OCD is pleased because it's like got the... It's like even.
It's even.
Well, but, you know what I mean.
So not far from your house is the Birth of Mochueka, yeah? Beautiful.
Oh right, yeah. So
River. Beautiful. Not far from my house. Look at this.
We got Foster's cans, we've got water, we've got trees. What more do you want?
Do you like how... Would you jump in that one?
Not quite.
That's right, I'm mentioning the ponds there as well. You mean, if you see the horribleness of the Gill Bridge there, to what the ponds where I jumped in and the boys had jumped in a couple of episodes before, that was crazy. So we went around, we even went to see Mitch, Matty and Ryan, the Mitch Laddie band live in the bridge.
Now we're really adventuring. We're on the Mitch Laddie Bridge, as it's known. Waiting for Mitch Laddie, funny enough.
Went to the Angel of the North and pointed at the War Angel just hanging up there. There's the Angel of the North. Yeah, the real Angel of the North. We even went lemonading, but then there's been a pop of lemonade. Lemonade's going to come back a little bit sooner, as everyone keeps tagging me in the last couple of fucking days with a guy on a motorbike going around with a bottle of lemonade. We'll get to that in one of the next episodes. It's going to be a monumental. Like literally, the series is coming along great in this lockdown, but when I get to that episode, shit's gonna fucking hit the fan. This is a Laserdisc.
Fucking hell.
This is what films used to be on discs.
How the fuck do you play that?
In a Laserdisc player. I don't believe this, right? And it's gonna bug the fuck out of me. Now, this room used to be my old editing room, when it had the giant penis on that wall there, thanks Barney and Gally, but then it went blue and black and it had all the artwork of my videos all there, you know, changed for the better kind of thing. And then it got painted white and became a DVD room. Now, basically, at some point, I wrote on the wall, Sam Monkey Mason incoming. It was an idea about 3 years ago about bringing Sam over to England, and then, look, Sam's just left England and went back. And as I'm moving stuff and I've shifted my Lost Boys poster, I can still see the fucker. Look. It's still on the wall. Sam Monkey Mason incoming. And then we've got Pearson
That's how high Pearson was on the 21st of February 2012. And then obviously Sluggy as well. Sluggy is 5'9". You know, some random shit got drawn on these walls in the day. But yeah, I can't believe that's there. Sam Monkey Mason written up there. That's going to bug the fuck out of me if that is even on camera. I know you can just see it, but yeah, Sam Monkey Mason incoming. You know, fucking hell. Wow, like wow. I really need some new clothes. Today, after I cut the promo this morning, been working from away through the archives, going, yeah, I need this bit, I need that bit. I'm like, Johnny, you might grab this bit, get this bit, doing a whole Tony Stark, like this bit cut in. And I'm like, what's that clip? And I clicked on it, and like, it's just me, and it's just before I moved house, and I'm fucking moving the walls, and Sam Monkey Mason's written on the walls. I was like, what the fuck? And there's just loads of random weird stuff, like, on the shelves, and it's early days of me building Arcadia. This thing's still little. Fuck me every time. Story of my absolute life. Fucking Rambam. Jesus. Couldn't have got a better take than that first time. Fuck me. It's the most dangerous toy from the 80s ever. He was just sitting on the shelf in the background. If you watch that footage back, I'll cut to it now. I don't believe this, right? And it's gonna bug the fuck out of me now. Yeah. So yeah, it's making the most randomest episode ever. It's probably the longest episode. And let's get back to the episode. We even made a cake on Ned's van. Yes, Ned. I mean, in fact, it is the actual van. The van that's tattooed on my arm. So yeah, it was Ned's birthday. Well, I think we made it Ned's birthday. And we attacked Ned's van. And that candle thing just never stopped coming. Got the sugar?
Yes, I do. Ideal for baking.
Flour. Butter. Milk. This is the most important thing, cracking the eggs. Take good precautions. Bread man.
Not even my fucking birthday.
Ned, this is Sam.
I've been bad at it.
Sam, this is cunt face.
I know. I learned that from an early age.
What do you got to say?
I love that.
Check the date on it.
Do you want that? Oh, you fucking monkey twat.
Oh shit, you left the eggs down there.
That's not my fault.
No. Sorry, man. Oh. I'm sorry.
You're not throwing them at me. Oh, shit.
It stings, dear.
like all the ingredients for a fucking birthday cake.
You know what the good thing is though? I brought all the stuff to clean it this time.
Go on then.
We haven't said it yet.
What? Get the fuck off my fucking loving this, huh?
Just a little bit.
We even sat down and did a full interview, and then I thought again, maybe that was going to be like what this was in a way. But again, at the time, life was changing, a lot of stuff was going on, and the interview was never used yet.
And maybe by the end of it, after this random thing, there might be a production with the three of us in it.
Maybe one day.
Last question though, what do you think of him? I wasn't asking you.
We also did the whole thing with the Holy Bible, the Mason Holy Bible.
Married to.
What are you doing there?
I'm scribbling out the fact that I'm married to my mother. Deleting that page in history. Quite literally.
And where were you born?
Motoraka.
Do you want to spell that properly?
That footage has not been seen, but I do plan on taking Sam and Jack's footage has been filmed and remastering and re-editing the original Bible video with the whole Mason Bible. There's been a few bits filmed in New Zealand to reference that as well. So Holy Bible will be along the lines down the channel, so keep an eye on the channel for that.
Okay, that's fucking creepy.
There was also the Rocky Horror Picture Show when I was basically kept walking past this picture of the Rocky and I kept seeing faces, and I ended up taking just a weird concept and idea and then making it into 4 different videos with a lot of the cast of Better Enough. I had a lot of good fun with it, and Sam obviously was a part of it. Again, the footage was all held back for some of that we were going to produce, but it just never got around. And Evil Hour was probably to blame because I went off to direct that music video. Predators, if you want to check out, probably the most successful video I've ever made. And then another good eye night. Good eye night. What fucking hell? Good eye night. Chris Hunter is an absolute legend. And Chris messaged me, and he was just, Chris was just trying to get me out. In fact, Chris was who introduced me to Evil Hour, and Chris was like, "Oh man, dude, let's go and see Random Hand at Think Tank." And I was like, "Sam's here, you know what I mean? I'm spending time with my brother." It was a ticket gig. Random Hand are an amazing band, and the Think Tank's amazing. It's just like photocopies of great iconic actors just slapped the fuck on the wall, and it's got loads of oranges, reds, and greens, and it just looks fucking class. And about 20 minutes there, Chris Hunter ran back, and he was just like, "Dude, I've got your brother an extra ticket." I was like, "Fucking hell." We drove down, we got there, Chris was like, "Do you want a pint?" I was like, "I'm driving." "Sam, do you want a pint?" I was like, "How much do you want for these tickets?" Chris Hunter was just like, "Don't worry about it, man, let's have a good night." It's a fucking awesome Chris Hunter is. And we went and seen Random Hand, and I'm going to show you footage of Random Hand. Now bearing in mind, this is one of the first bands Sam ever seen like that in one of the environments. You've seen Mochuega and Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Random Hand. really enjoyed Random Hand there. It's awesome to have them in the show. They're an amazing band. Check them out online. And it was pretty lengthy. Yes, I've stretched out the episode a bit with this interview and stuff like that. But again, it's moving forward. It's making this very interactive, lockdown-wise and stuff like that. And I've got a few more stories. Best taxi in Welton. That. Imagine that spelled. It's a view from Sam's house. Now, when I was in Mochueka, I first found the VHSs. I posted on the movie group and online and Facebook saying VHS is still alive, you can buy some. And I got a message off a guy called Dave. Now Dave lives in Welton and Dave is part of a video shop called Arrow, and this is going to take part over this episode and the next episode when Dave will be in the video. And it was just fucking weird. Now Brittany filmed a few bits and bobs, so I'm not sure where Brittany's interview is going to jump in.
So it was random enough that Stephen got a message off some guy in Wellington about his video shop.
Jumped in there, hasn't it? Just making my life even harder. Because basically what had happened was I got this message, oh, you're in Welton, and we were in Sam's house after we walked up that fucking massive hill, and we looked on Google, and it was at the bottom of the fucking hill. You seen how big fucking Welton is? You're about to see how big Welton is when we walk across it the next fucking day. But like, it was at the bottom of the street, and checked it out, went down, and I'll go into it more in the next video. But I was just fucking blown away by this fucking video show, man. It's absolutely, like, it needs preserved. It needs, like, that is one of the most places you need to visit in New Zealand. Anyone who's a film fan from any form of media, you walk in that shop and you're like, at least I was anyway. What have we found? This thing. Just to rent though, isn't it?
Oh, I've got no idea.
So, this shop is absolutely amazing. It's still got loads of VHS, it's class. There's a few I want. I don't know if they're for sale. I think the wind makes that a bit dangerous. No. What has happened to that cover? Look, it's the Jaws. For your lucky silver. Yeah, that's fine.
Why did the lips? Because the lips cut half.
It's a long day. It's a long climb. The centre of New Zealand was one thing. The hill of Welton is another. Oh God, it's like never ending story. But films like Brain Dead, The Frighteners, there's a lot of locations in hillside views. So it's spectacular, but you're sucking all the air out of the room. You're just like, look at that house. Oh, it might be off The Frighteners. And these two younger brothers are just up the hill straight away. So, my brother Sam has just recently moved into his new flat, and we're lucky enough to grab one of the empty rooms before his roommates moved in. Shopping wise today, I've bought some gems, but I've also put back a fuckload of stuff, and because I put a lot of stuff away, I found a couple of gems, but you're going to have to wait till I do an unboxing. And then all I've heard is, oh my god, oh my god. And what's the matter? What's happening?
New Zealand have Disney Plus already.
So yeah.
Oh, a month earlier than us.
Yep, there we go. And in the Mandarin, it's all there. It's not like you're going to have to wait each episode. We've got some crisps in here. Anyway, bye. So it's day 2 and well, Callum is flat out, bless him. That's with Sam. So we're going to hit a few shops because we started getting orders from England, from Paul Ray and Matthew Connor, for stuff that we seen yesterday that we took pictures of, and how dare we not buy it there and then for them, and now we've got to go back and get it for them. That's almost like a rhyme. A little bit of rhyme in there. But yep, we're going to go to the zoo. We'll check Brittany in. orangutans, I think. She'll suit well as... No, you definitely look like an orangutan. To see how this day goes. Another story. This peephole is pointless because not only can you see through there, you can actually see someone's head. Like, bye Brittany. See? Is there anybody there? No. Yeah. Peakholes. Okay, so peakholes. So let's go back over 10 years ago, 2009. Crop down old footage. I moved into a house with my fucking childhood friend and still one of my best friends, Bell, who you never ever see on camera because he fucking hates it. And unfortunately, I'll give him a shout out because he was meant to get married 2 days ago. Literally because of this lockdown, his wedding got cancelled. Well, postponed, you know. And I was meant to actually film it, and it's a good fucking job because you'll find out later in the series we've had a bit of a boo-boo with the cameras and stuff. But anyway, we moved into this house, and there's a fucking door here. You're going to see, it is the worst. I don't know which is the worst. No, I think Belle's house was the worst peakhole. Sam's is close, and the art and state of technology. The art and state of technology. But yeah, fuck me, man. That fucking peakhole. Knockety knock knock. You know, it's not like they can, like... It's just fucking stupid. Why have a peephole there? Look through. Hi, who's there? Oh, I can see you through there. I see you through there. Right, from the peakhole to the last story I've got for you. Brittany almost killed me in Wellington. Yes, she did. Now, Sam was awesome to put us up. There's scenes earlier on where we were walking around department store. Sam had bought some brand new pillows. Oh, let's grab a pillow. Got the Lost Boys on. Everything's got the Lost Boys on. He bought some new pillows. He needed some new pillows, but he was awesome enough to go, hey, have the pillows first. He had a blow up bed, which I blew up. And then his friend was coming around to drop off a double one. So we had a single one to start up with. Brittany was like watching Disney Plus because at that point we hadn't got it over here. And then, you know, later on we had this double bed. So we put the double bed in the corner, and then what we decided to do was we had 2 pillows and a sheet. And it was pretty warm in Wellington. It was windy as fuck. Wellington is so windy, but it was warm enough. And we had one against the wall and one on the floor. Now Brittany has a habit of starting somewhere in the bed, and like next thing you know she's on top of you like a gorilla. She'd be like, you'll be like asleep like this, and she'll come along and go, and just that happens, and you end up crawling like right into the corner like that. And this is what happened in Wellington. The problem was, with it being an airbed and the 2 of us at one side, not only did I end up being like flat on the floor and all the compression of the bed, the whole bed, look at me using pillows and shit. Let's use the cast of the Lost Boys to show you what I'm talking about. So they were like that in the corner. Now, because she rolled, it was like that. Now I am started getting into this void here, and I woke up and I couldn't fucking breathe. The reason I woke up is I generally couldn't breathe because I was fucking smothered between the wall. And I couldn't, like literally, I don't know how Brittany didn't wake up. I literally had to push Brittany off, and I had to get up because you're trying to get out of a fucking, it's like Mulder trying to get out of his waterbed in the X-Files. I'm watching the X-Files, that's why I made that reference. And I got out of the bed, and the next morning Brittany was like, oh yeah, how come you're on the other side of us? I was like, I daren't go back in that corner. I thought I was generally going to fucking die. So yeah, that was just a rant, a story about, well, I mean, I had a great time. Now this episode's going to end going into the zoo, and then it's going to split off into the next episode, and I'm going to appear from an earlier interview by the end of it involving something I really don't like. So I'll see you in a bit. If you ever suggest to go to San Francisco, I'm going to go no, because that is me standing upright, and that's how. And Callum will show you how steep this hill is. Just, yeah, good handbrake control on them cars. So today we're missioning for the zoo. Our Sam got up really early and left for the airport. Just following the map of Britpool. So we're getting there. So we're still on foot. Proud of little Pudsey here. Walk some distance. Callum's leading the charge and Sam's joining us. Well, Sam's actually already there because he's a time traveller. But yeah, the sun is coming out. It's getting a bit warm. We've made it to Nelson. We're at Nelson Mountain Zoo, that's the one. Look at that little shithead. Fucking penguins. You may think I'm a bit sinister here, but I hate penguins. I just do. When I was a kid, I just remember getting bit by a penguin. I don't know how it happened, but like there was a picture taken, and there's the picture. So that picture there has appeared on a lot of videos. Because I am terrified of the penguin. It just got us through the fucking fence, and I took a pic. Look at it, fucking evil and that is. But yeah, I've hated penguins ever since. Like everyone's like, ooh, penguin. I'm like, fuck off. Pick up a penguin. Fuck off. Do you want a penguin? No. Like fucking penguins.
This is 21st century love. This is 21st century love. And this love is getting worse. This is 21st century love. This is 21st century love. This is 21st century love. And this love is getting worse.
So that would have been in Macho Work, that picture. I'm up right at the end, just a random late outtake. Lonely Tree Entertainment's come up and I've appeared right at the end. But yeah, Sam's probably just gonna go one. I mean, I've got fucking hair there, man. We both got the raindrop eyes, as they call them. I'm wearing Adidas striped tracksuit bottoms, got an old PC in the background there. Bathroom would have been there, but yeah. That's a fucking hell of a picture, man, though, for 96. But yeah, it's the very end of the video, randomly. As I say, some episodes when I've been laying them out fall shorter than the others because I'm trying to, you know what I mean, I sort of sat down. I mean, this is what generally happened. This is a fucking long outtake. I came back, I had a couple of days back, and I went to work. We had a stock count. I went down for that. Kind of mini surprise because like I just thought it's better off seeing everyone at once at work than phasing people. And then within a couple of weeks we went in a lockdown, you know, and it's like over them 2 weeks I was literally booting up the computer. I was just started volume 1 of the footage, putting it on, and if it had a review at random, I was taking that off, rendering, mastering that, uploading that. Then I would create a file, approximately be about 15 to 20 minutes, and just making sure it like started at a good point and ended at a good point. And there's just been a couple of episodes, particularly this one, because it goes off into another episode. It just felt a bit loose, and unfortunately as well, I haven't seen Brittany now for nearly, well, it's over a month now. Some of Brittany's interviews. Once we knew what else we needed, we were going to film after her original interview. I was sitting on the bed there, so yeah. Hopefully this is probably going to be the longest episode now because I've just done this, but hey ho, it's better than fuck all.
Need to find us out so correct.